Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I don't usually do this. This ain't no big deal for me. I know these things. Growing up, I want to give thanks to Pastor Belinda Andrews. Yeah, she's my daughter's grandmother. She was the first person who actually, taught us the truth, more or less. Well, growing up, I had to attend church. If I wanted to be a part of my daughter's mom's life, I had to be a part of God's life. So, her being a pastor, she gave us the Gideon Old Testament and said, you have to learn God before you learn about Jesus. Shockingly, growing up, reading the Old Testament first kind of confused me toward, the whole prophecy of Jesus in a way, So I kind of pulled back because of the fact that it just ain't make sense to me. I couldn't grasp how the Old Testament tells you that I am the only God that deserves praise. Do not worship any other. And how God's a jealous God and all these things there. Then here come New Testament telling you the only way to heaven is through Jesus. Okay, understand that. Kind of. It's hard to grasp because, like I say, God tells you that He would smite you. Basically, I would kill you for almost anything that is not of God. But here comes Jesus telling you, I am here to forgive you. Like, come to me and all is forgiven. God ain't even telling you that in the Old Testament. Old Testament telling you, pretty much if you ain't believing in me, then you ain't got to worry about seeing the heaven. Saying paradise or heaven or whatever. You will see the fire. So, it's kind of confusing for me to take it. So I backed off religion. I backed off religion for about 12, maybe 15 years. No, it had to be longer. Because me and my daughter mama broke up longer than that. My daughter 22. You know what I mean? Like, I only been Muslim 4 years. 4 years. No, 5. 2011. This is making 5. August 2nd. But when I read the Quran, the first thing I got out the Quran was the oneness of God. And that's all the Old Testament taught. Now, the problem that I'm having with this New Age Trinity thing, y'all trying to say that the Old Testament is not for y'all, it's for the Jews. How? When it was the original guideline for God's word from the start. But that's not for me to answer. That's for y'all. That's something y'all have to soul search and figure out on your own. Like, I see where our book says you guys were led astray, but to show it to one of you guys, it's almost impossible. I've had a conversation over the week, 2 different, people that are so, I can say, blind to any other knowledge, basically, because they're not willing to try to learn any other knowledge. Lady ground me up about my beard, telling my beard is ugly. Guess what? I don't care. It's not for you. But in the book of Leviticus, if I ain't mistaken, 19:27, it says, man must not shave the edges of the head, or the corners of the head, or the edges of his beard. So that's y'all guideline too, if I'm not mistaken. But sorry, y'all will say that's not for the Jews. That book is for the Jews, not the Christians. How? When Jesus stated in Matthew 5:17. I am not here to destroy the old laws or prophets, but to fulfill them. Now y'all tell me, what part of that, and maybe I'm mistaken that. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm, interpreting this wrong. But if Jesus is not disputing old laws, aren't those the Jewish book laws? When did he rewrite new laws?